All right, looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Russ.
I'm Kerry.
And we are the Roads We Roam. We're so glad everybody decided to join us tonight. Where are we?
I have no idea. No.
We're in Albuquerque, well, just outside of Albuquerque at the Route 66 resort and RV casino.
We are. You've just created a whole different
I know.
of thing. No, we're kind of splurging on this one, but we've heard about it for a while.
Yep.
Russ heard that they have a jacuzzi. And
yeah.
so...
I want a jacuzzi. Although the shower is pretty darn close to a jacuzzi. I got to take one here, and let me tell you, it's as hot as you want it. It's as hard as you want it, and it was very quiet, very clean. The bathrooms here are amazing.
Yeah, my number one thing for the bathrooms, for the showers for women, is making sure it has a door.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones with just the curtains.
Yeah, what I like about this one here is the fact that so you've got the bathrooms that you go in, and then in order to get to the showers, you have to go through another door. Mm-hmm. So the only people that are going to be there are the people that are actually going to take a shower. KV is there. Hey, y'all. Hope you had a great week. We did. We spent a nice night in...
Well, we started off in Elephant Butte.
Hey, Liz. Liz is here.
Hi, Liz. We got KV and Liz. I'm sure Kate's not too
There's
far.
Mom.
Hi, Mom
is here.
So we started off at Elephant Butte. Then we went back down to El Paso for a little bit. Then we spent a night last night. We dry camped at Percha Dam.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, we saw a rare bird that doesn't usually come up this far north. It was called the Mexican Black Hawk.
Yes. We met this really cool guy, Jim,
Yep.
he's from Minnesota, and he comes down every year to photograph wildlife and birds and things like that.
He's got some amazing shots here.
Yeah.
The decampers are here. They say Happy Friday,
Happy
drinking
Friday.
wine right now with you. Cheers to you.
We still have not picked up more wine. However, I've made a list of vineyards and wineries in the Albuquerque area. We'll be here all weekend, so I want to kind of go scope them out and restock our wine. But in place of that, I've got some Di Serono, which tastes like cough syrup.
Lewis is here. Lewis says good evening.
Hi,
good evening, Lewis. Glad you could join us. Mary T is here. Hi from Michigan.
Hi.
No wine, but I'm drinking a little cocoa with a lot of marshmallows. That sounds amazing.
That does.
Julie Anderson is here. Hey, Julie.
Hi.
Glad you could join us. Gail Elmore is here. She says...
Welcome. There's some new names in here tonight.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
She says, Kent and Gail say hi. Glasses of Jack. I'm right there with you. I have some Gentleman's Jack and some Diet Coke. That's all we had, so it had to work. The decampers say cheers.
I pulled out some of our liquor cabinet stuff to set out because I didn't know what Russ wanted. And I had it set up all nice. He gets them, mixed them all up, and I said, well, set it back nice again. And he just lines them all up in one straight line. That's his idea of decorating.
It nice. Raylene DeBurr is here. She says, Heidi ho.
Hello. Oh, Mary Abby.
Mary T says, hi, Abby. Liz says, well, you know, we are partial to Gallo.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. And Mary T said, and there is Billy. Yep.
That's right. They're
You'll never find Billy too far from Kerry.
When we got here today, we took a walk around this resort. They are so incredibly dog friendly. The general manager here came up to greet us. He had dog treats for the dogs. He encouraged us to bring them into, what do they call it? The clubhouse, which there's a fireplace and there's coffee and drinks and all sorts of stuff that you can have
free
there.
Coffee. They have cold brew available too.
It's really good.
Yeah. Kate just chimed in. She says, hi there. You're on the big screen tonight. Oh, no.
Oh, well, he didn't know.
I haven't shaved for a while. Liz says she just made some whipped cream, and I have the sniffles, so I have to apologize right now for you guys having to listen to me sniffle.
You know, if that was somebody else, Russ would be like, I'm going to get sick just by watching them, so I'm going to have...
Adventure Archaeology, Brandon's here saying, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
Hey, Brandon.
So we are obviously splurging a little bit this weekend, because I'd love to hear what everybody else is doing. So feel free to kind of chime in if anybody's camping, if anybody's planning some of their stuff. I found out that camping season, especially in New Mexico, they just opened it up for reservations.
Yeah, a lot of the parks
stuff.
where we were at, Percha Dam and what was the other one? Caballo. They had just opened up for reservations.
Yeah, so the season is really just starting to ramp up. And this being our first year as RVers, just learning when the peak seasons are. Like we found out very quickly, Florida in December is a peak season.
Let me catch up with some comments here. Two Doves Nation says, hey guys. Hey, Two Doves.
Hey, welcome.
Mary T is asking if I got the petty yet. No, that is scheduled for when?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
He was going to do it in El Paso.
But I've got the sniffles, so I may not be able to make it. Schultz Photography says, you two look fancy tonight. I feel underdressed. That is because, one, we're going to grab something to eat, but mostly because laundry. We had gone so long without laundry, only the fancy clothes are left. But we're doing laundry tomorrow.
The truth comes, we had nothing left but our dressing clothes. So,
Mom says, good question, Mary T. The decampers say, busy home from work, RV having warranty work done, living through you guys this Friday night. Well, thank you so much. We know how frustrating that can be. Hopefully it goes quickly for you.
When we were in El Paso, we stayed right next to a Camping World, and you see a massive parking lot filled with all these cars in for warranty work.
Yeah.
They need to have like 24-hour people on. You know, if it's busy season, bring more people in, hire people, and get that stuff turned around.
I agree. Work 24/7 kind of. Jim Carroll is a new, says, hi there, I'm a newbie. Love you guys.
Oh, you
sent you an email. May have a few questions. Well, we will check that out and get back to you for sure.
Definitely. And Jim, you just missed it because Russ has been trying to plan a special little welcome for when we get newbie people in the room.
It's the Gornicky horn. If you've ever seen that Robin
RV.
Williams RV movie, it's that horn.
So
we'll get that up and running.
Yeah, so from now on, whenever we get a new person chiming in, Russ wants to play that.
Two Doves Nation says, weekend plan, waiting for the weather to change to head west. Gotcha. Man,
a cold front is supposed to be moving in all the Midwest. We're right on the fringe of where it's supposed to get really, really cold.
Liz says she's marking time and quilting. She makes some amazing quilts. She's waiting for Verl, which is her husband's retirement, on March 15th. Boy, that is just around the corner.
Like 2 weeks exactly.
And then Kate says, if you've ever go down to around Zoloft Springs again,
where the bee barn is,
be sure to go by Maxwell's Farm for their orange ice cream. It's superb. Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah.
Two Doves Nation, I love fancy laundry day. LOL, been there. The decampers, snow tomorrow. We'd still camp though.
Yeah, I think right now we would with a little bit of snow. Still have to worry about the floor getting cold. I do like you had showed me someone on Facebook, I think, that had this whole cold weather setup where they had the skirt around.
Yeah, they had a skirt around, and then they took and reducted the heat to cover some of the areas where the plumbing comes through. So yeah, that was definitely a great way to do that. Big Ships, Dave just showed up. Good evening, everyone. Rosebud Travels in the house. Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Natman Allen, who we haven't seen for a week or two. We're glad you joined us. Thank you so much. He says, hey, guys, took me forever to get here.
But you got here. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Raylene says, Russ for sure needs some tissues for his issues.
Yes.
I was going to ask Carrie to get one, but I didn't want to have her get off of screen. And I think all we have are wipes. We don't have
no, well,
tissues.
we have.
Could you give me something? I'm sorry.
All right.
I apologize, everybody, but I don't want to sit here wiping my nose.
It's a big trailer. May not be back for a while.
Adventure Archaeology says, beautiful sunset behind you. Yeah, we've got the sun is setting back there, and I don't know if you can see the casino, but the casino is back there. Patrick Sandlin is new in the house. He says, hey guys.
Excuse Russ and his runny nose.
Natman Allen, shirt sleeve. You know, if we weren't on video, that's probably what I would be doing.
What?
Shirt sleeve.
No, that's your clean fancy shirt.
Mary T says, maybe I missed the weather report. How was it there? It's beautiful.
Oh, it was gorgeous. It was 72 today when we came in. It's supposed to get down to about 45 tonight. It's gorgeous. And the one thing I'm really loving right now is it's after 6 o'clock at night and there's still some light out in the sky. It's not really dark.
Well, it got down to in the 40s, 42 last night, and as it will, we've never run out of propane in the middle of the day.
No.
It's always been in the middle of the night when we're sleeping, and last night was no exception. We woke up, it was 42 degrees inside here.
But we were boondocking, and I was so tired that I had heard it go off, and the fridge too, I heard it trying to click to turn over.
Yeah,
so
you can hear it clicking to ignite.
I'm thinking, no problem, I'll just go turn it off and I'll plug in the electric heater.
Nope.
No, that didn't work.
We were not plugged in.
That didn't work.
Lewis says, my plans for the weekend are all work, LOL, getting property in Tampa ready for sale. Trying to simplify my crazy life. I hear you.
It's worth all the time and effort that you're putting into it now. Totally worth it.
The decampers say, nothing wrong with a roll of TP for your nose. That's what we're doing here.
Except later on, you'll probably walk around and have a big old red, like...
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm not getting sick.
We'll go get you some Puffs Plus.
Hopefully
I'm not goodness, he is the worst.
No, I'm not. I'm a big, strong
okay,
man.
if you ask our children what Russ is like when he is sick, they will both, in unison, go, babe, can you give me tissue?
So Natman Allen says, so I finally found out we have kin in common from the North Shore. Yes.
Really? That doesn't surprise me. Everybody's related somehow up
there. In Hawaii, on the North Shore especially, but anywhere in Hawaii, if you meet somebody in the States and you find out you're Hawaii, you're going to go through a list of things to make sure you'll find a commonality there. Oh, I went to Kuku High School too. Mom says, just wondering, do you wear slippers when you use the public showers?
Of course.
Yes. I'm a germaphobe, so I definitely do. Two Doves Nations, we've only been in it for a month. Haven't had propane issue yet, fingers crossed. So we've had issues, and then we've had, just non-issues of it just dying. One of the issues we had is our hose was leaking, so we lost. That was the very first time. It was when we were in Alabama.
Yep, and there was a slight leak with the hose, but it was a simple, $15 replacement for the hose. Now this is just using it and then running out. It's just that whenever you do run out, or whenever we happen to run out, it's always in the middle of the night. But what we've done to counteract that is we have a spare tank with us always, so it's a quick, simple swap out.
Yeah.
That's just last night when it ran out. It was like 3 in the morning, so it wasn't worth getting.
I wasn't even aware of it. You didn't even wake me up to let me know, so we just slept through it.
Yeah.
Mary T says we're going to see a whole different side of Russ. Yeah, the baby side. She's right. Natman Allen says cousins. So I guess we're cousins. How does that work? I've got the Ramoses and Nacimentos.
Oh, you mean work or what?
Maybe he and I are cousins. No.
It was funny. We took our kids back to Hawaii. 3 years ago?
Yeah, for Christmas.
So that because when we lived there before, they were so small, they didn't really remember their time there. We go back.
That's right.
And they go to the grocery store, and Russ is running into person after person, and Brett was just amazed. He said, "Are we related to everyone here?" And we're like, "Pretty much."
And that man Aled said everybody's cousin. That's right. Calabash cousins. Everybody's uncle, auntie too,
I love that.
Show of respect. Whenever you see an older person, if it's a female, it's auntie. If it's an older gentleman, it's uncle. The decampers say, who has to go out in the night to switch the extra tank? That's my job as well. But to be honest with you, Kerry does so much more around the camper. No. It's the very least I can do.
No, and usually, we haven't hit those really critical temperatures. So like last night, we'll just suffer until the morning.
Last night we just slept through it. I think in Alabama we ended up changing it out. It got really cold that night.
And that was like 5 in the morning we woke up. And you actually ran down to the local BP because that was before.
We weren't keeping extras around, yeah.
So redundancy on certain things definitely comes in handy so that we don't have to worry about running. So we have learned, one, from running out of gas, we always have our spare gas can with a couple gallons of gas in it. And then we also always carry a full propane tank with us.
Jeff D is in the house. He says hi there from the DeMott family. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
We were talking about you the other day.
Yes.
We totally were. We were just rereading over. For those of you who don't know, Jeff and Vicky had taken an amazing trip to Alaska, and they sent us an email basically with their itinerary and
so much
places,
solid information. We're totally going to use that. It was amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time. We know you didn't have to do that, so very thankful that you did.
Yes.
Mary Beth Hormneck, I can never say her name.
Romneck
says hi. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. This is what I wish Kerry would do this.
You took it from me.
I know. I like doing it.
I lost the privilege.
I like doing it. Jeff D says no problem.
Well, thank you very much. Let's see, what do we have? What else do we have planned? So we are gonna wing it. We're here through Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We decided we'll stay through till Tuesday, and then we are just gonna freewheel it between then and the 17th when we have to show up for
just kind of bounce around. Yeah, you know, I think we're gonna, hopefully the weather holds out. There's supposed to be a cold snap that's hitting. Hopefully it doesn't, because we want to go we want to go through the Gia cliff dwellings.
Yeah. You know what's really cool is yesterday we set out from El Paso and was on our way up to Albuquerque, but we knew we were going to stop halfway to find some place. Made no reservations. We just had a general idea of where we were going to go. And it was kind of exciting just not knowing where we would be. And we just pulled into one place and said, oh, they've got room. It looks good. Okay.
Yeah, we had a really nice site right by the dam at Percha Dam. There really wasn't anybody close to us. You had one guy across from us, but it was a great little place. I'm glad we pulled in because we weren't even really going to stay. We just wanted to see it. We wanted to have
get an idea of what
knowledge of it in case somebody asked or in case we thought we'd go through there. And we liked it so much we decided to stay. Let's see here. Natman Allen says you guys have the best followers. You're 100% right. We do. Included you.
And the best in all of YouTube land.
Lewis says he has 4 propane tanks. Every time I see an old tank left somewhere,
grab it.
Old grills, I take them and go to Walmart to do an exchange, new tank. Yeah, that's definitely smart.
Well, you figure to buy a new one, it's what, $50?
Yeah, that gets expensive. Did campers say, enjoying the heck out of your live videos. Gotta go cook dinner. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy the warm temps.
Save some leftovers for us. We'll be right over.
Yep. See you next time. Happy camping, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Netman says nice spot and great idea on the tanks deal there.
Yeah, I mean, a totally great idea.
Right there.
What?
This is mine.
Oh, I can glance. I'm not poking you like you used to poke
Don't.
Me. See, give him a little bit of Jack and he's in a really good mood.
I'm always in a good mood.
Yes, you are. Ever since we've hit the road, you've been in a very good mood.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Yeah, we want to go to the Gia, or is it Gia? Yeah.
I think so.
Gia, Gila, I don't know.
Otherwise,
Spanish is not my forte.
Gila sounds funny.
Yeah. So we want to see those cliff dwellings. We're thinking that we want to go back to City of Rocks, but we also want to check out Rockhound State Park.
No, Russ just wants to go back to Deming to get pizza from.
Oh yeah, if you're ever in Deming, Forget About It has award-winning pizza. And, I mean, it literally is award-winning pizza. Great pizza.
No joke. Last Friday, he was so hungry, he contemplated driving 100 miles to go back there to get it. I mean, he wouldn't. But, I mean, so if we can work it, we will.
Yeah, it's good pizza. Let's see here. Two Dove Nations, you guys gambling at the casino? No, we lived in Vegas for a long time, so...
I guarantee you before the weekend's over, Russ is going to play some blackjack.
Maybe blackjack, but that's not gambling. I'm still good. It's just winning.
That's just winning. Okay. See, that's why that's how they get you.
You know, the bad thing about blackjack is I either do really well or I blow through the money really quick. So I'm going to try not to, but Carrie's probably right. I probably will.
I can sit there for hours with $20 at the penny slots.
That man says, LOL, that's great pizza. Yeah, you know, to drive an extra 100 miles. Jeff D, it's going to snow 3 to 6 inches in Wichita, Kansas.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Come down. New Mexico's not that far. Start driving now.
Yeah. He says, oh wow, just winning. Yeah. So here's a quick story. Carrie used to travel a lot for work, and she went away, and over a weekend, I took $20, and by the time she got back, I made $800 out of it. And that was when we first moved back to Vegas. I was thinking, why work?
He
My
was
goodness.
convinced he could quit his day job and that he could just be a professional blackjack player.
Yeah, I learned real quick that it costs a lot of money to keep those lights on. So I think I went like the next 5 times, lost
every bet.
And then, yeah, that's how it goes. So I try not to gamble too much. Mary T says, Russ, did you share? Yes. I don't remember what we did with it, but...
yes, he shared. Yes.
Yeah. Two Dove Nation says Pai Gow is his game.
What is Pai Gow?
It's kind of like, I think it's like dominoes, but like a Chinese domino, something like that.
I get too stressed out, and so any of those table games, I can't.
I get stressed out when I'm winning, not when I'm losing. Because when I'm winning, I'm spending that money. Oh, I can get a new camera. Carrie and I can go here. Oh no, Carrie and I can't go there now. You know, it's horrible.
I'm worried about losing the money, but I'm also worried about getting other people at the table mad at me because I don't know how to play. So I just would rather do the little.
Well, especially in 21, you can really mess other people's game up.
I listen to people talk about that, so it's very stressful to me.
Two Dubs says, Pizza Rock got my vote for best pizza. Never had that.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Well, let us know where that is, because we'll try that out.
Mom say, remember one of the limo drivers that would basically took Mom and I out and taught us how to play blackjack, and we won quite a bit of money. So yes. Russ, where are your glasses?
Oh, yes.
So I got 2 pairs.
He did. Thank you, Liz. He and KV, I believe, both said. So he got 2 pair. What was it? Stanton Optical has a buy one, get one free deal. So.
Yep. So I listened.
Air in the spare.
Let's see here. Mary T says a casino is overstimulating. I gotta agree with you. Natman says he's not a gambler. 20 max. LOL. You know what's funny is her dad and I think our son got a little bit of that.
Oh.
Her dad. He took all of us out gambling once. My brother-in-law, sister-in-law, Carrie, and I.
Yeah, it was for Christmas, and he gave each of
us $100. We went through it quick, and then he's just walking by and decides to stick a dollar bill in a nickel machine, and he wins $300.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jeff D. Herman, Missouri has the best pizza ever. We will have to check that out.
Okay, I'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
But Missouri has to get out from under any snow and cold weather first. So in the fall. Pai Gow is a what game?
Is an Asian 7-card poker game. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sounds familiar.
I used to play. We used to both play 5-card stud all the time.
Yeah.
You know, but not in the casinos.
No.
We'd have family get-togethers and family and friends. There'd be like 12 people down there, and we'd have 2 different tables running. But it was like 5-cent stuff. I mean, he's going all in with $5. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Too rich for my blood.
Yeah. I would be lost at more than 5 cards. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy. I enjoy poker with a family and friend settings. I've never played it in the casino, even though I do know how to play it.
With the exception of our son, Brett. Russ hates it because Brett just plays with
reckless abandon.
Reckless abandon, and he's not dependable. You can't read his cues.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have. I think his strategy is no strategy.
You know, the problem is he'll catch it on the river every single time too.
And it gets him so upset.
Jeff D says, "Let us know. We have a house there, and you can park in the yard." Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gail Elmar says, "I once won 3K on slot machine in the St. Louis Riverboat." Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I would feel like I could retire. I usually just win the money back.
Retire with $3,000.
Yeah, to me that's a lot of money. I mean, when we've gone, I'll take $20 and I can sit there and milk it, and usually he'll come and grab the last $5 or something, but I'll usually walk out with the $20 that I walked in with.
Yeah. I never do.
No.
No.
Well, remember in the old days when you could
When they
walk
actually
in,
had the coins and the cups?
Yeah, and the nickels, and we'd have these big plastic cups, and it was just something really rewarding about watching them all plunk into there. And then they changed it to these tickets.
So we'll be going through Vegas. We plan on doing quite a bit of boondocking out there in Vegas, but we also have a campsite in Boulder City that we want to check out.
Yep.
That looks like a really nice campsite, so we'll let you guys know how that is. But we definitely are going to do quite a bit of boondocking. There's a lot of BLM land out there.
I'm forgetting the name right now. They were in the room last week. They had boondocked out in the Lake Mead area, and I tagged their location, and they said it was just a great site. So I definitely want to check that out.
KV says, thought about you, Kerry, when we passed the place in Florida that had the goat milk fudge. I thought it was pretty darn good.
Oh, it was nasty.
Didn't stop, but pretty sure that it was the place you talked about. And also, no, you can't pass up fudge.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I liked it.
It must be more prevalent on the East Coast because I haven't seen big billboard signs with that on it. You know what you see a lot out here? The Thing. You will pass on I-10 or even up on the 25. You see these big. They stop and see The Thing.
Yeah, I think that's on I-10 in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not.
For
worth
those
your
of you
time.
not in the know, it's not worth it. It's this.
But
big,
they have
furry
the most aggressive billboard marketing campaign ever.
They do.
Let's see. Gail Elmore says, maybe the jack is kicking in. T-Dub Nation, Vegas is my favorite city. Wife won't ever move there. We actually enjoyed it. I think I liked living in Henderson better than when we lived in Vegas.
Yeah, I liked living in Henderson, and we liked it after the kids were already adults and out of the house. We moved away from there when our kids were just entering junior high.
Yeah.
The school system there at the time, it was right during the big boom.
Let me just jump in here real quick. Natman Allen is taking off. He says, gotta go pick up the youngest at work. Love you guys. Okay, Shaka Bra, thank you. Says we're cousins from the North Shore. Thanks for joining us. The school system in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. And, but we wound up moving back right after Brett finished high school.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed it. And part of it is we get spoiled. It's a 24/7 city. So when we get up at 4 in the morning, we know there's a restaurant open if we wanted to go out or if we wanted to do something. You know, there's always something.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning, like when one of us would fly in, there was food options.
Yeah.
Mary Beth says, even more so than the south of the border billboards. Probably right on par with those.
Yeah.
Bodie Miller, hello. Hello, Bodie. I don't recognize that name. I'm so glad you joined us.
Thank you. I like that name, Bodie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, those thing signs are all over the place. We should do a count next time we're on 10.
You know what I found very interesting when we moved to Hawaii, and it took me a little while to figure out. When we would drive down the road, I realized something was missing, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then one day, Russ pointed out to me there are no billboards in Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah, they're not allowed.
So
it's just a beautiful area. Why muck it up with all the
exactly? But it was like one of those things that you don't realize what's missing until someone points out, and then it's like glaringly obvious. But yeah, going through I-10, you'll see that thing one all the time.
Oh yeah.
There's this one up if you go through the Dakotas. There's this big rest stop, and they keep telling you 80 miles, 60 miles. There's some sort of restaurant or rest stop.
I don't remember that one, but I do remember taking that trip. That was when we
Battle of Little Big Horn.
Oh man, I can't.
And the Spam Museum.
Spam Museum in Minnesota.
Yeah. Russ loves that place.
Yeah. So this place is really neat. I don't think we mentioned it, but you can either walk over to the casino, or you can call a number and they'll send a shuttle over here. Plus, I've seen the shuttle kind of free roaming around to take you over to the casino.
Yeah, they'll drive you to it's within walking distance. You can walk really quick.
Yeah.
But they give you passes to get discounts on meals and all sorts of things.
Let's see here. Two Doves Nation says, when's the drawing? So the contest just ended today, about 10 hours ago, 2 o'clock, however long ago that was. And we will be announcing the winner Sunday on our live video. We will also be emailing in case that person, whoever it is, that's the winner, isn't there to see it. we'll
Right.
be emailing them. That's why we asked to go through,
Right,
give
and
us
the
that
delay
information.
is just for the double checking for the
Yeah,
subscriptions.
we
for the
have to wait for
qualifications.
Sunday because we need to make sure that everybody is subscribed to Little Guy as well.
Yep.
Um, let's see here. Mary T says, was it wall drugs?
Yes. Yes, that's it. Ding, ding,
Amazing.
ding. Mary T won the prize. We don't have a prize, but if we did.
Liz says, Range Cafe in Albuquerque, best breakfast.
Yes, I've gone there several times with one of the donors that I used to work with for the college. Every time I came into town, that's where we would go, and you're right. It's super busy.
Yeah. You know what else is a really nice area if you're ever coming through and you're not in your RV and you want a really nice place to stay is, what's that lavender farm we stayed at?
Los Poblanos.
Los Poblanos. They have, every room has a wood-burning stove
Okay,
in it.
guys, if you really want to treat your wife or your significant other to a fantastic weekend, go there. The rooms are amazing. The best bathtub ever. They give you the terry robes. Everything is all the lavender stuff that they have there. And then they've got this amazing chef on scene that the meals
fancy
there.
for me. I was like, this looks too good to eat.
And you can walk the lavender food. And they had this big
Peacock?
They had a peacock that would walk around. It's just a gorgeous, nice escape and getaway place.
Totally enjoyed it.
But we were talking to your mom about this earlier, also in Albuquerque. I don't know if anybody else has been in this area. We were stationed here when we first got married, and there's this place.
Our daughter was born here.
She was, but she did not eat here.
Yeah.
There's a place called Grandma's.
Oh.
And it's right down off of Gibson and Broadway, just south of the 25.
Yep.
And it's only open 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday.
It's still here.
It's still here. We were coming into town and we were talking about it, and Russ said, this is 27 years ago.
Yeah. Carrie mentioned, I was like, no. She said, we should go check it out. I was like, no, there's no way that place is still open.
It is still here. And it was kind of like, kind of an indoctrinate. If you were stationed at Kirtland, you got taken to Grandma's at least once.
So
go ahead.
So what it is, it's a burrito, a massive burrito, and under a mountain of fries. When I say a mountain of fries, I mean
the
easy,
plate is like this high.
Yeah, easy 10 inches of fries. And if you eat a full one, you get your name on the
you get a picture on the board, and your meal is free.
So back then, when I was 19, 20 years old, I couldn't even eat a quarter. Well, I could eat a quarter, but I was stuck.
You get full before you can even get to the burrito because of all the fries.
I think I can eat a full one now. Let me catch up on some comments here.
Okay.
Go ahead, real quick.
No, I was just going to say.
Raylene says, no billboards allowed in Maine either.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let's see, KB Russ. Spam, egg, sausage, and spam has not got much spam in it. I love spam. Anything with spam.
Yes.
Two Doves Nation says, was in Honolulu last summer. Hashtag beautiful. Hashtag agree.
Look at you being all quick with that.
Mary T says, wait. I got to go get my husband. Okay, we'll be right here when you get back.
We'll be right here. We'll be here for the next 27 minutes.
Two Doves says, guess I didn't win. Well, we don't know.
We're not We're not giving any hints.
Nope. Contest is over. Somebody won, but we're not going to say either way.
Yes.
Mary T says, are you visiting friends while you're in town? You know what? I have one friend.
William, right?
William.
Yeah.
Who still lives here. I was a K-9 handler in the security police when I was in the Air Force here. William was a security police officer, and we became the best of friends. And he got out of the Air Force and went with Albuquerque PD. He's retired now.
Oh my goodness.
I remember I got back in touch with him once because we were watching Cops. That was like my favorite show ever. And lo and behold, I'm watching APD Cops, and I see my buddy William. I was like, that's William!
You know, Russ mentioned earlier, our daughter was born here. And right after she was born, I had gotten sick and gone in the hospital. Russ had Kiana, and he was going to come visit me, so William and some of the other guys from the security police department said, we'll watch the baby for you. It took, I think, 5 security police officers to watch a week-old baby They were all worried. Russ came back and they had gone shopping for her. She had toys.
They had her
and clothes.
like 2 layers of pillows around her so she wouldn't fall over. Here, we got a question here.
Okay.
Jeff D says, did you look at any other state for your residency when you were going full time? So I'll start off and then I'll let Kerry cover it because Kerry's a lot more informed on that. We did. We looked at Florida. We thought really a lot about Florida. We looked at Tennessee. We thought of South Dakota. And since we were already Texas, I think we just decided. And what were some of the reasons why?
Well, we were, as Russ said, we were already Texas residents, so it just made it a lot easier. Now, for somebody that's not already a Texas resident, sometimes trying to establish residency for Texas, you have to go through a bunch of extra loopholes. We didn't.
Yeah.
Florida we had considered because Russ's mom lives there, and we would have
just had our mail go through there. Yeah.
But the first time registration fees and those types of fees would have been more than what it took for us to get up and running in Texas. South Dakota is really
it's pretty
enticing and it's very easy. I think you only have to be in town for 24 hours.
24 or 48 hours, yeah. But that was because we didn't want to go up there. It was so cold.
Yeah, at the time we were starting at the end of October. We didn't want to drive up to South Dakota to take care of that and then come back down. Tennessee, we have family out there. But again, it would have required a lot more than... So Texas just wound up working for us the best. Yeah. But definitely you're seeing a lot of full-time RVers migrating to some of those state tax-free states.
So, Two Doves...
Oh, wait, real quick though. Tennessee, if you are planning on cashing out your 401ks or using some of that type of money, you're taxed off of your 401k money, but not your employment money. So if you're looking for extra savings and you fall within that type of range, that's another reason why a lot of people may not pick Tennessee.
Yeah. Two Doves says you guys retired from the military. No, we're not retired, but we both served U.S. Air Force. That's where we met.
We did our 4. He did his 4 and then transferred over to federal service.
Yep.
I was in, and then I went in active reserve for a while, and then reserve after that.
She outranked me. She was an NCO staff sergeant. I was just a senior airman. Let's see here. Two Doves is at Goodfellow Air Force Base. Rec camp. Very nice. Very cool.
Oh, nice.
Kate says, Billy is so cute in your lap, Kerry. Time to sign off. Good night. Kate, thank you for joining us. Say hello to KV for us. Oh, there's KV right there, right after. Night, y'all. Good night, KV.
Bye.
Really enjoyed your guys' trip. A lot of it was we hadn't seen before, but it was really nice to see some of the areas that we had been through. So thank you for posting those.
Yeah, thank you for giving us all the updates. For those of you who don't know, Kate and KV also have a little guy, Max, and they kind of hit some of the Harvest Host locations that we did. Oh, and I can't remember who it was. The other day they were talking about your little table trick with the legs to slide under. They said, oh, these women showed us at the teardrop thing. I said, oh, that's Kate and KV. Yep. We saw it. We met the famous Kate and KV. So see, you're famous now.
Two Doves Nation says, how do we get mail? Go ahead and explain that there.
We signed up for a mail service through Escapees mail service. So it's an actual address that we use for our ID, for everything. All our mail gets sent there. They send us an email letting us know when there's new mail there. We can select to either have them scan it and I can just look at it right there. We can have them hold on to it and then send it to us whenever we're at a location where we can accept mail.
Yep.
Or if we go through Livingston, we can always stop in and pick it up at any time.
Why don't you also talk about, so that's how we have a mail service, but talk about different ways that we've received mail as well.
When we're traveling through an area, you can go to any postnet, pack and mail type of place and ask them if they can receive your mail. So I would contact Escapees, give them the address to that postnet. They would send it there and I can go and pick it up. They use postnets and stuff will usually charge anywhere between $2 and $5 to pick up your mail. But you can also do general delivery, and that you contact the local post office and you have it addressed under general delivery. You just walk in, give me your ID. But one thing we just learned the hard way.
I was just going to mention that.
We learned the hard way. FedEx and UPS cannot be sent to a post office general delivery. They just won't do it.
Yep.
Our son was sending us some stuff from Amazon, and he called me and said the FedEx guy said they can't deliver it there. They're going to send it back to the FedEx place, and we're going to have to pick it up.
So let me catch up here. Let's see here. Two Dove says, thanks for your service. Military here also. Thank you. It was an honor for both of us to serve. Rosebud says, hope to see you on the road. We hope to see you on the road. Guys, if you're ever in the area near us, or you know you're going to be near us, let us know, because
that's why we try to kind of put out there what our rough plans are. I mean, sometimes, like with the upcoming 2 weeks, we're not sure exactly where, but we know the general direction. So yeah, if you see that we're kind of in that area, give us a shout out. Sometimes we may miss you by a day, but we'll try it. And if you ever see us on the road, like text us through any of social media, Facebook. We actually had somebody in Florida message us through Facebook and said, we just passed you on the road.
Yeah, we've been messaged through Instagram as well.
Yep.
So there's all kinds of ways. Raylene, I'm not sure what you're asking. She says, what trick? But it may have been conversation. It was kind of going fast and furious there for a couple minutes, so I missed it. But yeah, so there's some interesting ways to get mail and that sort of thing.
The one thing I think I'm going to do from now on, because Amazon tends to send things UPS or FedEx or even their own little private hired delivery people, I think I'm going to wait until we get to larger urban areas and have those Amazon lockers.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. We'll have to do a video on that.
Or we'd have it sent to our escapees location, and then they send everything priority mail. You can ask them to send something FedEx if you want them to, or if you need them to. You can really pick whichever way. But
I bet here too, because I know for you, when you did a lot of work travel, as well as me when I did a lot of work travel, I bet you could have something sent to the casino hotel here.
Yes.
Since we're staying in the RV resort, even though we're in the RV, it's still under the casino hotel.
And I've heard a lot of the KOAs. Let's say you're staying there for a little while, they will accept it as well.
Okay, so Raylene says the table trick that Kate and KV did.
Oh, so they what they did is under the dinette seat where we're sitting right now, they had two little squares cut out that line up with the base of the table. And what they can do then is slide the table, and the legs actually slide in, and it fits under there. And what that does is it allows extra room for the person on the other side to get in. One reason why we did not choose that is you lose storage space under there, because when the legs have to slide in and out, you have to have it clear.
Well, not only does it give this person more room over here, but when you're traveling, it locks it down in place.
Yes, that's true. They're able to kind of secure that, and then that way it doesn't move around.
We'll try to have Kate and KB send us pictures of it, and then we'll post it on our Facebook.
I mean,
it is ingenious. I
thought about it because we could, if we wanted to put some extra work into it, because even with that, we could put a false bottom just over that, so that way there's still room for the legs to slide in and out.
Yeah, right now without that false bottom, it would kind of be an issue, because we've got a lot of storage in there. We've got dog food, liquor, all the stuff, all good stuff.
I have been thinking, there was somebody that posted a picture of exactly what I wanted to do with this dinette set.
Where they dropped it?
Yeah, where it kind of just goes flush against the wall here.
Yeah, it's on a piano hinge here. That was Vera. The last name is Vera.
Okay, I liked that, and because you get a lot more leg room in here, and then you can just prop it up.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we might do that if we get to a point where we can.
I think so. I really liked that. I saw that post, and I was like, man, that's brilliant.
And then if we run across anybody that's really handy, we could definitely get them to do that for us.
So Raylene is saying that it's a great idea, but basically she needs the storage just like us.
Yeah, that's why I figured the only way you could do, you'd lose probably about 4 inches in height, but you could put a false bottom if you still wanted to do that, and then still have your storage space. But for right now, it works.
So Jim Carroll says, from what he's figured, we've been out for about 5 months now. Any problems with the little guy Max? Nothing big. No. The problems that we had all were pretty much at the beginning, which is kind of what you expect with any RV. You've got that little break-in time. But the biggest problem we had, which required work, was the furnace board went out, so we had to have that replaced. We called a mobile repairman to fix it, and little guy paid for that warranty service. They said that falls under warranty service, and when we first got it, we had a little bit of the shower siding was coming off, so we had to take it back to the dealer to have warranty work done on it. 6 weeks it sat there.
Yeah, and all it was they just had to re-glue a small portion of it, and then they tacked it down.
Yeah, but you know, and you're right. We have been actually 4.5 weeks on the road now.
Months.
Yeah, weeks. Boy, 4.5 months on the road now. Heavy use all the time, and very little issues.
Only 2 days in 4.5 months have we not been in this.
Yeah.
That's it. And I really am impressed with it. Part of the reason why we picked this was because we expected the level of craftsmanship to be a little bit better than maybe some more inexpensive type of models.
Yeah.
But like Russ said, there's some little things, like I mentioned one time before, some of the molding just kind of came out a little bit, but you tack it down with a little bit of glue.
Yep.
But with the exception of the shower wall having to get fixed, everything else were minor, less than $20 that we were able to fix for ourselves.
And the furnace board there.
Yeah, and that's not their craftsmanship. That was
yeah,
furnace,
exactly.
So.
That was let's see here. Two Doves says, have you all did Guadalupe Mountain and Carlsbad Caverns? So we've done Carlsbad. We drove through Guadalupe Mountains, and where were we headed to? Brantley Lake, as well as
we were leaving
Bottomless
Brantley
Lakes.
Yeah, so we've been there a couple, and with us living in El Paso for a while, we had gone to Carlsbad Caverns
several times. Any tips? Well, Bottomless Lake State Park in New Mexico is a great little place. I highly suggest that. But if you do go there, cover your food, take your grill, cover that up, and secure it because the raccoons there are crazy.
Oh, they were hilarious. It was before, we took that on, I think, our maiden trip, so to speak. We didn't even have the back bed of our truck, the tonneau cover on it yet. We had nothing stored in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
We had just hooked up the trailer and took it out there to try it for a long weekend. I guess a little bit of dog food had spilled out.
What it was the grill. Remember, we had grilled on it, so the grease from the grill attracted them.
Oh, but they had also climbed in the back of the truck.
Yeah, because the grill was in the back of the truck.
Oh, okay, that's why. But it's in the middle of the night, and Billy is starting to do this little low growl, and her head is right at the window. And we kind of look out the window, and we see these little people. That's what it looked like. These little people. And then this one tried to climb up.
Little portly guy.
Yeah, the really fat one just couldn't quite make it.
The one that looked like me.
No. And he gets right up to the back tailgate, and then he slipped, and you just see it. He totally just fell back.
Tumbled right over.
But yeah, the raccoons there are quite lively.
Mom says newbie problems. And then Jeff D has a question here. He says, why did you decide not to have the couch and have the dining table? So we have gone back and forth with that, and now we've decided on the dining room table again.
Yeah. Really, it came down to the workspace. It's actually a pretty deep table, so we can both work. The only inconvenience is when Russ is kind of really into it, and I have to try to get in. Sometimes I have to ask him to move the table a little so I can get in.
Yeah.
But when we had the couch set up, because we work all day at it, we had tried it with two little fold-out tables or a fold-out table.
It just wasn't comfortable.
It impairs the walkway. If I had to get up to cook anything, or if Russ had to use the restroom, we were constantly moving that side table. Now, if the weather were always nice and we could work outside more, which we did for a little bit when we were at Coleman Landing, leaving it up as a sofa worked great. But we've had more bad weather than good weather.
Yep.
And so we've just gone back to the couch setup again. And in our day in the life video, you saw how quickly the takedown and put back up is. So it's really not an issue for us. So.
Yeah. So Jim Carroll says, still trying to watch all your posts to learn what I can before I make the move. Well, thank you so much. We do have quite a bit posts out there. And Jim, we're going to help out with that because we've decided we really need to optimize our playlists. A lot of our playlists, we just have vlog, you know, or we have full-time living here, full-time living there, or faces and places.
So now it's
but we want to
again.
get in there and we want to create, you know, maybe a playlist that says thinking about going full-time, you know, this is what you need to know, or mail. Every time we've talked about mail service, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a lot easier.
But in the interim, if there's something that you have a question about, doesn't matter if we've answered it already before, just ask us.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We're more than happy.
Exactly. Okay, Rod Schultz says, join better late than never.
Hey, Rod,
Perfect
welcome.
question. Table idea is good.
He just thawed out from the Iowa.
I know. Well, he was hiking. He had a great video of hiking in Arizona.
That's right. We're going through Phoenix. We should probably do that hike.
I like it when, well, I hope your camera didn't get hurt, but when he dropped it, beep, beep, beep.
See?
I've been there. I know how that goes. Let's see. Jeff D says, do you have pictures of your couch set up? No, we don't, but you know what? We set it up as a couch every night because Abby sleeps here. So we'll get some pictures to that for you.
Yeah, we'll put that up.
Let's see here. Mary T, it is amazing how you work through the issues in an RV. You know what it is? It's just, it has to be done.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
Isn't that what they say?
Exactly. Jim Carroll says, perfect. Okay, glad you like that. We are going to start doing that because we see that issue.
Yeah. Well, you actually have enough stuff now to actually create lists or have stuff.
Gail Elmore says, I think we have watched almost all of them. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That means a lot to us. I know we've watched them all. Two Doves Nation says, one advice for beginners, RV full-time. So probably what's the biggest advice you would have for somebody going full-time?
No, I think they're asking for a playlist for that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have a couple different vlogs and videos that we can kind of blend in and pull that in for people that wanting to do it full-time.
Rod Schultz is doing Joshua Tree in 2 weeks. That's Arizona, right?
Yeah, let us know how I heard when they had the government shutdown that Joshua Tree area had sustained a lot of damage.
Yeah. We will be in Arizona here soon because we're going to the Escapees rally there.
Yes. So
Escapades, is that what it's called?
We'll be 17th through the 23rd in Tucson.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And we are going to get In and Out burgers.
Oh, I thought you meant we're going to get in and out of there. I was like, why? I thought we're going to be there for a week.
That's the...
Yes.
Russ is like, we're not doing fast food anymore, but we are going to get In and Out when we're in Arizona.
Yeah, totally. We've stopped fast food. There's no fast food here. If we have to go to fast food, it's Subway. But In and Out is on a whole different level.
Rod knows that too. Because when I had to do that trip,
I remember you said he got the caps for his kids.
Oh, yeah. I think he got them for himself.
So, yes, we're going to do In and Out. I think the very first one we hit is in Tucson, actually.
Yes, it is. Just north of the airport.
What's that road? Starts with an M.
Don't ask me.
I remember. We're going. I know right where it is. There's Kentucky Fried Chicken there, too.
You're not getting Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, but the In and Out, definitely. Mary Beth says, I love In and Out. We don't have them in New Jersey. Love them when I lived in California. Yeah, you know, we don't have, I think there's one now in Texas somewhere, if I remember right. But no? Okay, so it's just Arizona. You hit Arizona is when you start seeing them, and definitely in California.
Well, you know what's interesting? In and Out is kind of like...
Nevada has them too.
Culver's in the Midwest, except what I don't understand is there's one Culver's in Phoenix. It's so random.
It's a big Wisconsin deal.
Yeah,
you know, when we
the
live
cheese
there.
curds.
So Two Doves is asking, when will we be in Vegas? Probably
beginning of April, I think.
Yeah, beginning of April. We have a lot of family in the Vegas Pahrump area, so we're going to hang out there for a little bit too. Jeff D says, did you install the magnetic baby locks and how are they working? Yes, and they are fantastic.
You don't need bungees anymore.
Yeah.
We went over bumpy roads and it was on a full cabinet with things rattling all around it.
Yeah.
Nothing fell out. It did not budge.
Yeah,
highly suggested.
Well worth the while. The first set we bought 4 of them, at a True Value or something like that. It was like $24, but
yeah, you get 4, but you can order it on Amazon. You get a package of 8 for
the
$24.
same price. Yeah, definitely. Liz says, love In-N-Out. Get the protein burger. She says,
You're so
lots
good,
of In-N-Outs in Texas.
Where?
See, that's what I thought. Let's see. Sherry Standiford is in the house.
Hey, Sherry.
Let's see here. She says, hi, guys. Headed to the Grand Canyon in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Where are you guys about that time?
In a couple weeks. So in a couple weeks, we're in Tucson.
Yeah, we'll be in Tucson at the Escapades.
Yeah, the 17th through the 23rd. Then we head north through Phoenix, up through Kingman. We may hit the South Rim. We did that,
we did the West Rim 2 years ago.
West Rim, okay.
Yeah, maybe we could take a helicopter flight, or we did the plane flight. It was amazing. The thing that I was, oh yeah, that's right. The thing that I was, because I'd only been to the North, I think, Rim, and that's like where the national park is.
Yeah.
I hadn't been to the West Rim before. The West Rim, no railings.
None.
And I can't believe.
Shocked me.
Yeah, and I guess people don't fall from there. Let's see here.
If they do, they don't have
Two
to.
Doves is asking, no more Mike Charlie Deltas, MCD. No more McDonald's. Well, that's pretty much the plan. Jeff D says, good to know. Jim Carroll says, any advice for one retired guy and his dog?
Oh, you're going to have the best time. No, seriously, there are so many places. Traveling with a pet does require a little bit more thought than not. I personally feel better having them because they're your extra ears. You know, I feel safer with them around. But there are surprisingly so many places that are dog friendly now, and you know, this place,
yeah, just
included.
Like this place here. You know, a lot of those places will let you take your dogs inside. This place will do. Probably not in the casino.
Here's my thing. Just ask, because we've been surprised. We got to take the dogs on that dolphin tour on a boat.
in Florida.
Savannah.
Yeah.
I mean, just ask, and you'd be surprised how many places will actually. The Tallahassee Automobile Museum. We mentioned that we had bring them in. And more places are starting to become pet friendly.
Yep.
So you'd be surprised at how much you can do with your dog, and they're the best companions.
So
really.
Liz is naming the places that have them: Dallas, Arlington, DeSoto, Denton, In-N-Outs. Two Doves says
Wow.
In-N-Outs okay, but the Shake Shack is the best. I've never heard of the Shake Shack.
You've never heard of Shake Shack?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to try it. Well, it's fast food. I guess we can't. Let's see. Mary T says, keep us informed about the magnetic baby locks. That is a great idea, and hopefully they won't fail as time goes on.
Yeah, we'll keep you up to date on it, and if anything happens. But as of right now, they are fantastic. I'm sold.
Jeff D is asking, when is Russ getting his manicure? And I wish it was a manicure, but it's a pedicure. And that will be tomorrow. But it won't make this week's video because editing has started already.
He was going to do it in El Paso, but the stuff he had to do for the car, he wound up waiting a lot longer.
It took me all day, but we got everything done. So that will be tomorrow, and it will be in next Saturday's video. Two Doves says there are a few In-N-Out north of Houston. Wow. I didn't realize they
totally
had them all over the
bypassed
place.
all of those.
El Paso just has Whataburger.
Yeah, that's true.
Liz Childress says maglocks make your takedown and setup so much quicker and easier. Yeah, they definitely do. Carrie's In-N-Out now, whereas before when she was spinning her spider web of bungee cords in here, it took a long time.
And the bungees work, but I noticed on a couple instances if we went through really bumpy roads, because you're exerting that pressure to kind of keep them closed, the handles would get a little loose. So I would have to go in and occasionally retighten the handles after a while because of all that pressure that you're putting on the handles if you're using the bungees. So
that's true.
By taking that off and using the magnetic locks, we should just tell little guy that's what they should install.
Yeah. So Mary T says she's found that people either hate dogs or love them. Some people can't tolerate dogs, and she says, I wonder if they're the same ones that don't have kids.
You know, I think the biggest thing about it is you will have a much better experience if you work with your dog and train your dog.
Yeah, we started socializing her for the road a long time ago.
You can't expect to take a dog that's never been out in front of a lot of people or been left alone and they suffer separation anxiety to behave appropriately in places. So start training with them early, even if it's an older dog. You know, we volunteered at the Animal Rescue League for a while, and dogs are amazingly trainable.
So Jim Carroll says, besides the dogs, what other security do you have for the trailer? So we have, when we're talking about somebody driving away with our trailer, we have the Proven Industries hitch lock. That thing is amazing. I highly suggest that.
It's solid.
And then I come from a law enforcement background, so I have things that I can help protect us if we have to.
And if all else fails, I got my muscles.
Yeah, if all else, we just send Kerry after them.
Yeah, and with my morning hair, I'll scare them away.
Let's see. Mom says she's got to go get her Game of Thrones fix.
We created a monster.
We created a monster there, yes.
She had never watched Game of Thrones before we came to visit her, so we had the DVD box set, and I think we did our job a little too well. She is hooked now.
Mary Kay says, Beckett, their dog, loves everyone, especially kids. Yep, especially kids, and she hates other dogs. Let's see. We need to meet up in Vegas for some Shake Shack and pizza and hit up the Banger Brewery. Ooh. I agree. Let's do it.
See, now that's the loophole that Russ didn't mention, that if we're meeting up with people, we
that's
are
true.
Allowed to go to different restaurants and things like that. So.
Lewis says, make sure Kerry is the one doing the editing. Just want to make sure everything makes it to that video.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm going to be screaming.
The trick is we have to find a location that lets us get, because I noticed some places they're very worried.
I have some glasses that have a HD camera in them, so I'll just wear those if it comes down to it. Let's see here. Liz has a Proven Industries lock. It's the best on the market. You really pay a little bit for it, but it really is the best for the market. Mary T says, your mom sounds great, Russ. What a great sense of humor. Yeah, she definitely is. We've been very close. Not only
no idea.
Not only mother and son, but close friends as well. Let's see. Liz says J-Lo's birthday today. She is 5. Well, happy birthday.
Oh, how cool.
Well, guys.
When he just said J-Lo, I'm thinking
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez. Yeah.
Lopez, yeah.
I was like, wait, Liz, you know J-Lo, and we didn't know that.
And she's only 5? Wow.
That's great.
So it's 7:01. We've gone over.
Let's both just say, happy birthday, J-Lo.
Happy birthday, J-Lo. So it's 7:01. Let's do a last call for any questions or comments or anything like that. And then we'll have to let you guys go. We don't want to take too much of your Friday night.
And don't forget to tune in on Sunday.
Sunday, we're telling who the winner is.
That's right. Of the $100 gift card to Teardrop Shop. I know.
I wish we could enter. Boy, I could use that myself.
I know.
Let's see here. Liz says, oh, I'm sorry. Rosebud's Travel says bye. Good night. Thank you so much. Mary Beth says good night. And Liz says J-Lo sends kisses.
Mwah. Oh,
right.
Wait, do they have a keto-friendly cake? Oh, no, she had her whipped cream with the Jell-O, too, so that's really good.
Rob says, you guys rock. Keep on keeping on. We plan to. Thank you.
We will try, and send us some of your travel things, because we're going to do that hike, I think, that you send. And I know you always check out cool places on your travel, so send them our way, too.
Mary T says, Kerry, you did a great job selecting Russ. See, I told you.
I know, didn't I?
He has a great relationship with his mom, and that says a lot about him.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. Jim Carroll says, good night. Thanks. Thank you. And any questions, Jim, you can get a hold of us on our website. We have a voicemail, and this is everybody. We have a voicemail where you can leave a voicemail, or if you want to send us a message, or just comment on one of our videos. We really try to get 100% response rate.
Within a day. And Dave, good night. You were really quiet tonight, Dave. Tell Lynn we said hello.
Two Doves says, loves Russ, little, what? Caveat.
Yep.
Let's see here. Jeff D says, we will probably be snowed in by Sunday, so we will talk to you then. All right, everybody. Okay. Thank you so much. We are going to sign off, and We'll see you Sunday.
Oh wait, Liz said everybody hit like. Yes, please like.
Yes,
and if you
please.
haven't, please subscribe. It helps us a lot.
Yeah, those likes on the videos really help the algorithms pick those up. So if everybody could do us a huge favor and just smash that like button, that would be fantastic.
Yes, please.
Thank
you,
you,
Liz.
All right, Raylene, good night. Hope to see everybody Sunday.
Billy's going to get up and help me turn off the thing. I don't know what I'm doing, though.